Hey y'all, it's me, Kevvie, and I have some exciting news for you. The Christie's Missing Readathon is back. That's right. Last year, Naomi from Naomi's Bookshelf, Berna from Berna's Bookish Adventures, and myself hosted the Christie's Missing Readathon, reading books by Agatha Christie and her peers during the dates that she went missing for real back in 1926, December 3rd through 14th. So we're doing that again, but we're switching things up this time. First, we have an additional host, Rachel Fryman. You may recognize her as the host of the Golden Girls Readathons. The Golden Girls Readathon has been one of my favorite readathon experiences since joining BookTube, so I am really excited to see what she brings to Christie's Missing. Another exciting change is that this year, it's a competition. The year is 1926. And a young mystery novelist named Agatha Christie has disappeared. She went for a drive late one December night, and the following morning, her car was found abandoned beside a lake, with her valise and her coat still inside. Where has she gone? Did she swim into the frigid lake to take her own life? Has she been kidnapped? Did her adulterous husband catch up to her and end her life once and for all? Only Christie's greatest detective can figure that out. 4 of the detectives from Christie's Mysteries will be trying to find their author: Hercule Poirot, Miss Jane Marple, Superintendent Battle, and Tommy and Tuppence. Each of the Readathon's hosts will act as a team leader, working alongside their chosen detective. At the end of the Readathon, whichever team has read the most books will solve the mystery and find the dame. Now, whose team will you join? Our newest co-host, Rachel, will be representing the self-proclaimed greatest detective in the world, the small Belgian man with excellent moustaches and an egg-shaped head, Monsieur Hercule Poirot. Berna's team will be taking a trip to St. Mary Mead to work with Miss Marple. Naomi's representing her favorite Christie detective, the stoic and wooden Superintendent Battle. And I will be championing my favorite crime-fighting duo, Tommy and Tuppence. So why should you choose Team Tommy and Tuppence over some of the better-known detectives? Well, I really love the Tommy and Tuppence dynamic. They are a husband and wife who work for British intelligence. Tuppence is impulsive and imaginative, while Tommy's more level-headed, and together they are unstoppable. One thing that makes these two stand out from Christie's other detectives is that they aged in real time. In their first appearance, The Secret Adversary, Tommy and Tuppence are in their early 20s, deciding to go into the adventure business to give them something to do now that the Great War is over. In N or M, they're now middle-aged, retired, and with adult children, now being asked to help the crown one more time during World War II. My favorite Tommy and Tuppence novel is By the Pricking of My Thumbs, when they are in their 60s. While visiting Tommy's elderly aunt in a nursing home, Tuppence meets another old lady who says to her, "Was it your poor child behind the fireplace?" See, Tommy thinks nothing of the comment when she tells him about it later, chucks it up to senile ramblings. But Tuppence is convinced that there's something more to it, and is determined to find out the truth of that woman and the poor child. So here are the Christie's Missing prompts. 1. A closed circle mystery. Christie has a whole bunch of these. And then there were none, Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, Hercule Poirot's Christmas, Death in the Clouds, and so on. 2. A short story. Christie has so many exceptional short stories. My personal favorite is the standalone Witness for the Prosecution. 3. A book featuring your team's detective. So if you're on my team, which you should be, we will have 5 options: The Secret Adversary, Partners in Crime, N or M, By the Pricking of My Thumbs, or Postern of Fate. So far I've read 3 of the 5, so I will most likely be reading both Postern of Fate and Partners in Crime during the Readathon. Partners in Crime is also a short story collection, so it would count toward prompt 2. 4. A book by another Golden Age author. You could do Dorothy L. Sayers, Patricia Wentworth, Niall Marsh, G.K. Chesterton, or my personal recommendation, Mary Roberts Rinehart. Rinehart was known as the American Agatha Christie, which makes her even more fitting for this prompt. If I may be briefly blasphemous, some days I do believe I like Mary Roberts Rinehart even more than Agatha Christie. 5. A retelling or a book about Agatha Christie. This could be interpreted in many different ways. So like a whole bunch of books are reinterpretations of And Then There Were None, like Lucy Foley's The Guest List, Ruth Ware's One by One, or the Japanese mystery novel The Dodecagon House Murders. Then there's fictionalized books about Agatha Christie. You could do The Christie Affair, a personal favorite, imagining what could have happened during Christie's disappearance. Another novel about her disappearance is The Mystery of Mrs. Christie. If you want to explore another part of her life, there's Woman on the Orient Express, which is about her experience traveling on this train to the Middle East after her divorce has been finalized and meeting her second husband. All three of them are beautiful pieces of historical fiction. Alternatively, you could do a nonfiction about Christie. There's The Science of Murder, Forensics of Agatha Christie. A is for Arsenic, The Poisons of Agatha Christie. Her autobiography. You've got a lot of freedom and a lot of options with this one, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what everyone chooses for it. Then we have a sixth bonus prompt, which is to watch an Agatha Christie adaptation. Each team will have their own assigned movie, and we will also be hosting watch parties. We'll be sharing more details about the watch parties when it gets a little closer. Oh yeah, we have a Discord server now too. In the description there will be a handful of links. The first will be the Christie's Missing Google site, where you can sign up for your team and submit your reading. Then there will be the Discord server. After you've signed up for your team on the Google site, we can add your Discord account to your team's private channel, where you and the rest of your team can discuss what you're reading. There will also be a Readathon group read, And Then There Were None, which would count towards your first prompt. Over on the Discord, there will be a collection of threads divided up by chapter, so you can discuss the book with the rest of the sleuths without worrying about spoilers. Oh, y'all, this is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait for this year's Christie's Missing Readathon, and I really hope a lot of y'all will join in. And, of course, join Team Tommy and Tuppence. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if it pleases and sparkles, I'll see you in the next video. Mwah!